let me address the Tyreek stuff, because Drew Rosenhaus, uses Channel 7 like his, whatever. So they had him ask about the, Moser asked him about the Tyreek situation. Oh, well, the Dolphins know how we feel. Now, let's take inventory of the situation. For the last year and a half, Tyreek Hill off the field has been a fucking disaster. Are we clear on that? A disaster. Okay? Broken IG model's leg. I don't know how. Funny part is, no videos ever come out of it. Because, if it was an accident or something, a video probably would have come out. But apparently, say whatever you want that you say happened there. But whatever. You have the incident on the boat. You have the comedy club incident that even though Tyreek, smart, walked away, his entourage, which shows the people he's with, got into a fight. The kid burning down the house, filing for the divorce, and who knows what we don't know about. And then on the field, he has not been consistent enough in big moments because he has actually cost you games. Just like he wins you games, he's also cost you games because of his lack of concentration. So let me ask you something. Where's Tyreek's leverage here? I'm waiting. Where's Tyreek's leverage? What's he going to do? Is he and Drew going to hold out after after the last year and a half? You've been a freaking disaster off the field. And on the field, you have your share of drops too. And you're 30 years old. I'm sorry. You think you're going to get an extension or something? What are you going to do? Hold out? Brother, you're a free agent next year. The Dolphins are moving on from you probably next year. They didn't ask you for any money this offseason, and they don't need it. That's the message. That once they didn't ask you for money when they desperately needed it, that's all I needed to know. I don't have to have any insight. I don't have to do anything. The writing is on the wall. Now, I don't know if they could give them any extra money out of it but as long as it doesn't tie them to next year, that's it. But you're not getting anything. You're not getting a contract. You're not getting any extension. Nothing. Nothing. And what are you going to do? Hold out? That's not going to help you for next year when you're a free agent. And by the way, nobody's trading for that contract, because I've heard that ridiculous suggestion or maybe even writing it. Okay? Nobody's trading for Tyreek next year. On that salary, with that, with the issues off the field, there's nothing there. This is a non-story that, maybe the agent, look, now, let's go a little deeper now, because I can do this. Writers can't do this because they fear that they won't get a call back from the guy when I don't give a shit. I don't need I've never needed Drew Rosenhaus to make a living. Okay? And I'm 57 now. This is my 34th year in the business. You know what I'm saying? So every agent in the world can kiss my ass. I don't worry about kissing agents' asses here. Okay? Here's the other thing. Tyreek, obviously not the brightest bulb in the chandelier, because we watch all the things that he does off the field, not necessarily the brightest bulb in the chandelier. So he looks at Drew doing that, and it's like, oh, okay, he's doing his job. But meanwhile, in the Dolphin front office, they're sitting there going, yeah, so what? Your contract's there, dude. We paid you already. We don't need to give you anything extra. No, what you need to do is give us extra. Like hang on to key footballs. Like stop getting in trouble off the field. That's what you need to do. So what are you going to do? You want to act like a jerk? You want to hold out? You want to make it harder on yourself? Go ahead. Next year, less people will touch you. Less people will offer you a contract. Drew Rosenhaus and Tyreek Hill have no leverage whatsoever in this situation. None. Nada. Nay. If your client maybe behaved like Jalen Waddle, now you've got leverage. Now you got leverage. Because that means you would have had no trouble. Because, you know, with Jalen Waddle, he's an exceptional human being. You look at Jalen Waddle, you watch the way he carries himself, you could just tell he had good upbringing. You know what I'm saying? It's just there's good upbringing there. So this is a dog and pony show for Drew Rosenhaus. He's on Channel 7. He's fighting, and I'm talking to the team and all that. But they have no leverage. None. Nada. Nay. They can't hold out. They can't complain and whine too much because that's not going to help you for next year either. So really, in the end, the only thing that is going to help you is what Cochise said to Ajax once. You just keep your mouth and soldier up. Somewhere along those lines. Okay? That's the Warriors, by the way. Cochise was the main guy. Ajax, whatever. Anyway. So, okay? You just soldier up and keep your mouth shut. That's what Tyreek Hill needs to do. Soldier up and keep your mouth shut. Now, again, we're not talking about the brightest bulb in the chandelier. So it's up to him what he wants to do. But from what I can tell, from what I'm looking at, from 35,000 feet, the Dolphins are completely in the driver's seat. Tyreek Hill has no leverage whatsoever. Drew Rosenhaus has no leverage whatsoever. So if I'm the Dolphins, I'm playing hardball, and I'm like, hey, you guys are not on our radar right now. I'll drag them on and say, yeah, we'll address that next offseason. But right now, we got other things that we have to take care of. We've taken care of your contract already. You know, talk about it, and that way they get they know exactly what's going on. But Joe Fan doesn't really understand this business that much. So you easily fall for all this crap. Like our boy Steven Gonzalez, who's talking about a frustrating situation when I don't think anybody in the Dolphins is frustrated at all. Because it's all media and agent driven. That's it. You're not going to get to talk to Chris Greer anymore. And the coach just says, I'm a coach. I don't deal in contracts. So you're not getting anything. That's it. So go ahead and make this more than what, the same thing as many other situations that people wanted to make it more than what it really was. But hey, man, go for it.